But we click on the incident and we're already at a little bit of a confrontation here. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another REFSIX weekly vlog. So this week we have a game at Newhaven. So we've been there a couple of times before against Loxwood, a couple of team that we've done as well. So it's a top v bottom clash. As far as I'm aware, it's the second to last game of the season for them. But it's bank holiday weekend, which means two things. One, it means there's plenty of football, and two, it means 2 games in 3 days, Saturday, Monday. So I'll take you through them in 2 different vlogs because I'm going to get the match footage for the Newhaven game and then analyse that myself. And then I'll go through the Horsham game, which is a belt of a game, but you'll find out that in another vlog. So in terms of Newhaven this week, I'm going to prep like I normally do. I've got a wedding to go to on Thursday, so training will be quite sporadic. But I will try and train before the wedding and the day after the wedding as well, just to keep in a good habit. You know, try and work around other things as well. So that's the plan for this week. If you could do me all a quick favour, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us. And just smash that like button for me. But enough of the boring stuff. I'll catch you guys later in the week for the rest of the vlog. Ciao. Hello, it is Bank Holiday Friday. So I have trained this week in terms of running, speed session today. I ran yesterday before the wedding. Then I did sort of my weight workouts to start the week, back and bars, chest and triceps, shoulders, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's been the week so far. In terms of today, it's been very chilled out. I could have gone to watch football, but I couldn't be bothered because I have a game Saturday and I have a game Monday. So I wasn't really that bothered about doing more football. I wanted to chill out. The sun is great. It's a lovely day. So Friday is match day -1. The plan has been easy, and I have texted both my assistants to say, can we get to the ground at 1:45? I'll be there probably 1:20 to set up the VO. Obviously, I have some big news for you. So we are into the final 4 games of the season, and I have been given one more, which is the Bentley Cup final. I am delighted to pick this up. It's like the biggest cup other than the senior cup that level 4 can referee in. So it's like our league cup, basically. And I am delighted that I am refereeing it. I am with a very good friend of mine who is running the line. The team looks like it's going to be great. It is on the 2nd of May. So I am delighted to pick that up. And it's just a lot about keeping my eye in. The 2 teams are Littlehampton, who have reached the FA Vars final, which will be a cool team to referee, and Newhaven, who I have tomorrow. So I will be doing Newhaven on the 16th and on the 2nd. I've done Newhaven before. I haven't done Littlehampton yet, but both teams are. But that's enough for now because we have tomorrow to focus on. So in terms of the game tomorrow, it's top v bottom. One are in a relegation scrap and one are in a promotion push. So realistically, on paper, it should be a good game. Like one wants survival and one wants promotion. So it'll be tense, it'll be fiery, but it's the games we want to be sort of involved in. So I'm looking forward to it. And obviously a different location. I'm staying at my grandma's. So a different location in terms of setup, but the plan of action is the same. Go for a walk, listen to some music, chill out, pre-match meal, that kind of stuff. So it shouldn't change no matter the location, which is fine. So that is match day -1, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for match day. I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so good morning. It is 9 o'clock. It's match day. I'm looking forward to the game. It looks like it's going to be a glorious day, so hopefully everyone's in a good mood. The plan today is go for a pre-match walk, hopefully along the seafront. That'd be quite nice. As well as pre-match meal. Don't know what that's going to be yet. Pack my bag, get ready to go. So it should be fairly relaxed. I've got plenty of time. I don't have to leave so early. Basically, the reason I'm here is my grandma's house is close to the ground today, and Brighton are playing at home. So if I have to drive through, I have to drive past the Amex to get to the ground today. It's just a nightmare. So the plan is just to, you know, beat that traffic, keep the stress less. So yeah, so far so good. Onwards and upwards. I will probably catch you guys when I get back from my pre-match walk and start cooking a pre-match meal. So who knows what it's going to be? Not me. So after a great start to the morning in terms of a lovely walk along the beach, a nice pre-match walk, the time is nearly 11:30 now. And I've got to leave in roughly an hour and a half, so I thought I'd just cook breakfast, get ready to go. So this is what brunch pre-match meal is. So it is eggy bread with bacon, obviously something different this week. This is obviously going to be accompanied with bacon and beans as well, so that's a big meal for me. Obviously I'm eating a couple of hours before. Gels and tablets will be supplied as well. I think I might pop to the shop and get some sweets for the assistants, as it is my last middle until the final. So it's the last regular season middle for me, so that's the season done technically. So I'm going to eat this up, pack my bag, and I'm just going to chill out actually. I might sit in the garden for a bit. It is a lovely day. I'm in a great mood. I'm ready and raring to go, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. So pre-match is done. It is time to get the kit out and have a look at it. Make sure everything's here, everything works, and then we'll go from there. So this is the kit for today, last middle of the season. Match shirts, 2 pairs of socks, warm-up top, shorts, undershorts, warm-up t-shirt, that's obviously a mid-layer, under socks, short sleeve, long sleeve, mid-layer, REFSIX, buzzer flag, video coming very soon, speaker, wash kit, bag for dirty kit, towel, actual bag, Nike boots, Adidas boots, box of tricks, gel, water bottle, tablet. My watch is on charge here, I believe. Yeah, 94%. So that is the kit. I'm going to pack this up, do little bits and pieces to get ready, as in like get changed into my matchday tracksuit, which is here. It's just going to be the standard stuff. It's a nice day, so it probably won't be the mid layer, just the t-shirt, which is a standard black t-shirt. You'll see that in a second. So yeah, pack all this stuff up, do the hair, you know, get ready for match day, and then head off. So like I said, let's pack this stuff up. So we're all ready to go. It's time to get the show on the road. Obviously tracksuit on. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a scorcher, so we might have to discuss maybe having a water break. It still looks quite windy though, and Newhaven is on the seafront, so we'll see how windy it gets. But I'm very much ready to go. Match day is in 2 hours time, so we'll kick off in 2 hours time. So here's my pre-match playlist as always. One of the last times I'm going to use it this season before creating a new one, and obviously match footage ready and ready to go. So I'll catch you guys at the ground. Everyone was like, on paper, Newhaven should absolutely smash this. And I said, you watch, the team at the bottom, Loxwood, will go 1-0 up. And they actually went 2-0 up. But I played a cracking advantage for the first goal. So, you know, that's good. And they went in 2-0 down. We had a big, say, flashpoint. They wanted a red. Newhaven wanted a red card. Loxwood wanted it. Wasn't even a foul, they said. So I gave a yellow for the strong challenge, reckless challenge. So we can look back at that. But I didn't think it was a red, is my initial thoughts. And I still am convinced, even the linesman said that he didn't think it was a red. So, and he was quite close as well. So that's good. So in terms of the first half, they couldn't blame me for losing, so that's fine. Which is a positive because, you know, sometimes you can miss a lot of penalty decisions. Newhaven did have a lot of the ball, but couldn't finish their chances, so that's fine. Second half, Newhaven came out almost a totally different team. As a referee, we have to be aware that Newhaven were going to take a battering at half-time from the managers. So, you know, I said to my assistants, first 10 minutes will be very hot on it. Newhaven scored, and they had about half an hour to play. So Loxwood frustrated for about 15 minutes, scored after about 15 minutes. Then I gave a penalty, which I think is Stonewall. No one really complained. We'll have a look at that as well later. And then Newhaven just seemed to score. I think they scored like 2 goals in 3 minutes. Like quick successions after the penalty. They equalised. I think they got a penalty to bring it to 2-2. And then they scored like 2 minutes later. So it really knocked the stuffing out of Loxwood. They won 4-2 in the end. Loxwood weren't unhappy with me, and Newhaven weren't unhappy with me either. So that's a positive, I think. It's just, you know, I've got this not issue with club marks, but, you know, club marks hanging over my head. But I think everything went well. Both secretaries seemed happy, the players seemed happy, the managers seemed happy. So, you know, I was laughing and joking with the players at the end. And that's important. Again, I think my manager's been quite good. And Newhaven were quite happy to hear that I was the referee for the final, which is nice as well, because obviously you don't want them to be like, oh, no, not you. Like, my rapport is obviously good enough with them that, you know, it works. So that's been the game. So that's been the game today. I'm obviously waiting for the footage to download, and I'm going to go through that tomorrow on Sunday. But I also have to prepare for a game Monday as well. So I will probably do my analysis tomorrow. I've got to do my match return, so I'll catch up when I'm doing my match return tonight. But so far, I'm pretty happy with how the day went. I am tired. My REFSIX stats are here, which I will go through in more detail later. Like 11k. You can see I had to work in the second half. Like, it's one of those games where you have to work all the time, because the team that aren't, like, on paper winning, there's always going to be something that could happen. And, you know, when a team brings it back from 2-0 to 2-2, momentum shifts, you know, heads drop, players can start throwing in silly challenges. So it means you've got to be alert all the time, and I was. And I think the only time I could take my foot off the gas was about the 85th minute, where Newhaven were just trying to see the game off. So far, I feel pretty good about myself. I feel like I've done the game well. It's just about analysing that now and moving forward. So I'll do that tomorrow while preparing for a game Tuesday. So obviously got to wash all the kit and get ready for Monday, which is at Horsham versus Worthing. So that'll be a massive game, because Worthing have just been promoted. But yeah, so far so good. I'll catch up with you guys when I'm doing my match report. So the time is nearly midnight now, and I've just finished my match return. I've got it all done. I've got into that habit of just doing it, which is good. So that's all done. Nothing to worry about now, especially as that's my last middle of the season. So that closes the book on everything. I think I still have to do one for the final, but I'm not quite so sure. That's something to Google. It's obviously midnight, and I've had a busy week, and today seems to have taken it quite heavily out of me. So I'm going to rest up and then recover tomorrow, because it's game day on Monday. So I'm going to do some analysis of the game tomorrow. So that means I can close the story and go again. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is, I don't know, 10 o'clock. I've been for a 5k run. So just a nice steady run for me to, you know, keep the legs ticking over for the game tomorrow. So I'm now going to go and look at the match footage and see what that was like. And get on with it, really. So yeah, so far so good. Nice recovery run, and now time to do my analysis. Okay, so I am here to do my analysis session of the game. Obviously the Newhaven game was a game in the middle. We've got the footage, which is great, but I know I haven't gone through my stats yet. So if we check them out here, 11.3k, 5k in the first half, 6k in the second half, which makes sense, you know. Newhaven attacked a lot more, came out a lot more aggressively in the second half, and therefore I had to run more. Well, that's what I felt like anyway. Looking at the heat map, somewhat all over the pitch, less areas in the middle than some of the previous I can't think what I want to say. Other than the previous games, which means I'm maybe exiting and thinking about my positioning more in sort of open play, which is something that we've been talking about on the vlog a lot. But if we look at my sprints, something that I've always said that I don't think I'm quite quick enough or putting in the big ones yet. But if we check the low ones, plenty of low ones, all in the right places, other than maybe one or two in some strange places. This one in this right hand corner here, don't know why I'm getting that close to my assistant. But if we check the medium ones, we can see there's quite a lot of them. We'll break it down to the first half to see what they look like. Again, all in the right areas, down the right channels, into the right places, which is good. And the second half, there's a very long, curvy one you can see there. Must have been a quick break. Actually, I can tell you where this was. This is a quick break that led to a penalty shout, and I just exited out of the box. It was a long, quick break. But yeah, all in the right areas, which is nice. And then if we close off medium and then go high, in the second half, you can see this long, big one right into the box here, coming in from the deep. That ended up being a corner. I recognise that one. And in the first half, another long, winding one as well. So overall, I would say a very successful day out in terms of statistics. And like I said, these statistics help validate how I feel about the game. In terms of, I felt like I worked hard. I can see from my stats that I worked hard. You can see the heart rate zones I was in heart rate zone 4 for 42 minutes, which is the equivalent of almost a whole half. So, I worked hard, and this sort of validates how I'm feeling, which is important because, without that, statistic, that validation is nothing. So, if we now move on into the more interesting stuff, which is obviously back on the replay tool, Newhaven and Loxwood, I'm going to go through my cautions, and a couple of the goals really. So the first one for me is something I was really buzzing about. This is it. So we'll watch it once. It's the first Loxwood goal. You can see me just in the corner of the screen here. Newhaven passing the ball around the back. Good footballing team actually. Wanted to play football, which was great. There we go. I'm trying to scan. And then here, react, slowly moving up, realising the ball, cracking advantage, milk it all you want, goal. So for me, very, very happy with that. So we just watch that again. We'll speed it up a little, we'll move through it a bit. Oh. So here we go. We can see, 7 kilometers an hour. Slowly grinding up the gears. Then I've had to put a quick sprint, play the advantage. Heart rate's gone up as well. So we pause it there. So I hit 22 kilometers an hour, which is somewhat quite quick. 160 beats per minute. You can see where my heart rate went up. But overall, big advantage that led to a goal. Unfortunately, it wasn't the necessity there because that would have been a big tick box. But personally, when that pulls off, you're like, yeah, I love that. Perfect. The second big turning point, as you can see, look, we click on the incident and we're already at a little bit of a confrontation here. So if we just go back maybe 10-15 seconds, oh, there we go, there's the aftermath. So it comes from a free kick. I'm in a nice position here. I can see all the players walking in, so I'm always on the move. I'm going to pause it here. And they appealed for a penalty, and these two fellas are the same team. So, they're on the same team, and they're appealing for a penalty, and they've collided. So I basically shouted at that, your own players hit you. I'm probably, that's the 18-yard line, 12 yards, that's 10 yards to there, 15 yards away, but I don't want to be too close in there, because this is why. So I've come in, told them to get up, and here we go, this is where it happens. We'll play it once at full speed, and then break it down. Bang. So that's the tackle, yeah. Obviously, from that tackle, people wanted a red. People didn't even think it was a foul because he got the ball. So we're now left with a difficult situation. So my logic was, I give a yellow card. You saw it on the replay tour. I give a yellow card, and my thought process is this: he gets the ball first, and as you can see, when he makes contact with the player,
He's not in the air. He's obviously hit the player. I don't deny that, because obviously I gave him a yellow card. The ball is there to be won. He's not left the ground. His studs are down, and the other foot is trailing knee. So there we go. We'll play it through, and he sort of hits his knees. So for me, it's a strong yellow. I had a chat about it with my assistant in the change room, and he thought it was a yellow. So we'll go through it one more time, because we'll talk about the bit afterwards. So here it is. So it all comes from a heavy touch. So here I'm already thinking, hang about heavy touch. You know, Newhaven player coming in. That's usually when the big tackles come in. So I was already alert and ready and raring to go. So you can see, you know, he's obviously this foot's just on the floor at the moment, but he's lunged in, caught the player, and for me it's a yellow card. But I reacted quickly and I tried to isolate him. So we've got a lot of players talking. You know, if we pause it here, I've got this yellow player telling me it's not even a foul. This yellow player telling me it's not a foul. This player telling me it's a red. This one telling me it's a red. This one telling me it's a red. This one not really caring. And this guy telling me it's a red card. So my first priority is to try and get the physio on, because this guy looks hurt. So I call the physio on, and then now trying to deal with the aftermath. Trying to get players away. Telling the six, you know, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to deal with it my way. This guy, you know, follows me around for a bit. But when my mind is adamant, I know what I'm doing. And then basically what happens here is this fella says, don't let them sway me. You know, don't let them sway you. Don't let them make you change your decision. And I said, look, you're part of the problem. And that's what I wanted to get across, that just because, you know, they're saying something doesn't mean that you guys have to either. And so, you know, you can see I'm doing it on my watch. I tell him why. This guy, again, still going. But other than this guy, this 10, nobody else really seems to be all that bothered about the yellow card. They accept the yellow card. They're happy with the yellow card. The managers weren't too unhappy. It was just this guy. But I don't know. Let's have a look where he was on the pitch in terms of when the tackle went in. Because if he had a good view, then he might have a somewhat good reason to argue. But he was a striker, so let's try and find him. So it's not him. It's not him. He's somewhere in here. So in my opinion, doesn't really know. You know, he's come from a long way. There he is. There. He's come from a long way. I don't know. I don't think he really has any arguments to come at me, but that is what it is. So let's move. So that moves us on to the second yellow card, which is here. So this guy thinks he's been fouled. I tell him to get straight back up. He's gone through the back of someone, and as I've blown the whistle, he's kicked the ball away. So how do we deal with this? There are potentially 2 yellow cards in here for me. So as you can see, the ball is gone, and there is absolutely no contact here. And he's fallen on the floor. Absolutely none. And he's just flopped down. And you can see that because of the way he's not reacted straight away, and he's gone straight for the ball. He's then not really looking at the ball, only looking at the player, and he's just smashed him out of the way. He's not played the ball and kicked the ball away. So as you can see, I've done him for a foul tackle, and then warned him that we're not doing any of this silliness of kicking the ball away. It's not acceptable. I'm not having it. It's not needed. So we'll just watch that one more time. So into full speed. Yeah. Falling over. Not looking at the ball. Bang. Have it. It's not, for me, acceptable. And then, so that's the end of the first half. Obviously quite entertaining. So then we've got, I believe, a penalty, which is here. So Newhaven started playing the ball quite quickly, playing good football. They came out and showed why they were up there this year. Loxwood put up a great fight, great team. But we have a corner. This is where I give the penalty. And the ball comes in. We'll watch it once. Perfect. So for me, I think that's quite easy. Like, look at me on the edge of the box. Great positioning, I think. And if we watch it again and break it down, you can see that the ball gets whipped in here. This player is about to get the ball. And this guy's already started challenging for it. He's got the ball. He's missed the ball. And so is this guy. And he's taken out the 4, I believe it is, straight away. I've got an unobstructed view as well, look. And he's just wiped him out. I think it's a careless challenge. They've both got the right to be there. There's no caution for me in there. So I'll go to see if he's alright. There aren't, too many complaints about it. About the penalty itself. So you can see that it's genuinely accepted. They know that it's a rash tackle. There was no need for it. So we check if there's any treatment needed. And then we have the penalty. The strange thing is that I don't know who it was. He might have been Asperqueta and Havertz with this whole mind game thing. And we got a little bit of it here. You know, this player's pretending to take a drink. This player's already tried once. He actually is having a drink. And then they'll slowly walk back. Oh, past the penalty taker. And I said, look, you don't need to go that. Go around him. Don't need to touch him. And my thought process is to try and keep this calm, simple, and quick as possible. And as you can see, this makes it 2-1 or 2-2, sorry. So it's going to be a bit tight. And unlike the last one, in the Peacehaven game, where I sort of looked away and started walking back, you can see I'm there looking, I'm ready and raring to go. Loxwood didn't actually put up a fight for it, but I was there ready, which was important, because if two players come in there in a very heated situation, then, you know, we have a potential flashpoint, a potential red card, and that's not going to help me and my match control. And the final yellow card of the game was quite simple. I put it as a foul tackle, but I shouldn't have done it. It was delaying the restart. So we can see we've got a foul here. It's simple. Everyone has stopped, and it's just that simple. There's not really much to say. So sometimes you've got to be careful, in my personal opinion, that when players have already started kicking the ball and you blow your whistle, it's very hard to pull out of that. I get that. But with this one, if we look, it's a simple foul, offside. It's a simple foul. So I've given the foul there, and he's still going, and he's now chosen to lump that into the middle of next week. So the problem is you've got players surrounding me trying to be like, you can do your job, and it's like, yeah, but I've got to do I go through my process, let me do my process. And if they weren't allowing that to happen, then life becomes quite tricky. But I cautioned him, it was nice and easy. He was like, it's a bit harsh, and I said, but it's a bit stupid really, isn't it? So, you know, there's not really much I can do about that, to be honest. And obviously here we are at 3-2. Loxwood are obviously looking for that third goal, and Newhaven are obviously trying to now hold the ball a little bit more, be a little bit sneaky with it. So yeah, that's been the analysis section. Overall, genuinely, I think I had a good game. I think I've got the key match decisions right. The yellow card, let me know in the comments what you think. The penalty as well, and I played a great advantage, and I think I've got all the cautions right as well. So obviously it's a great game all round, I believe. I was happy coming off. The players were happy with my refereeing, as well as the assistant managers and the managers for both teams. So even the team that lost after being 2-0 up were very happy with my performance. So overall, I think it's been a really positive day. You know, luckily I can go back at the footage and just validate myself and be like, yeah, okay. In my gut, I felt that I was correct, and now I look at it and I was in the right areas. Obviously, there are a few development areas in here as well, which I haven't really looked through all the way. Obviously, is something to look through with my coach, and I haven't spoken to him about it yet. So we'll, discuss that, break it down. Again, my positioning from the middle already looks a little bit wayward. I need to learn better, or I need to learn to let play build up in front of me better. And that's something that I'm working on, especially if I want to be promoted, then, that's what we have to look at. So that's been, like I said, the analysis section. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if the decisions have been right or wrong, and I look forward to catching up with you later in the vlog.
So I'm back at REFSIX HQ now for obviously the end of the weekend. So this means it's the end of the vlog, unfortunately. But it's been a good week. I'm very happy with how the season's ended in terms of my middles. Obviously, the next one will be the final, so it's a couple of weeks away. So it's how I'm going to keep my eye in, I don't know, but I'll cross that bridge another day. But so far so good, very happy with both teams, how they played. It was an intense game, so it wasn't like a dead rubber game that we can get at the end of the season. But as always, thank you very much for watching the video. If you've got this far and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button for me, everyone. That would be great. And I look forward to seeing you guys at Horsham for the next REFSIX weekly vlog.